Can you give us some realistic price predictions for both silver and gold?
How did I do so far on your interviews?
You've done well.
Between 2026 and 2027, silver goes above the nominal all-time high of 50.
Stablecoins backed by real physical gold and silver. What would that do to the price of silver and gold?
Well,
buy your precious metals online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold and silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Hey everyone, thanks for watching Yankee Stacking. What are the realistic predictions for silver and gold? Not the hype that we often hear, but the likely pricing of precious metals for the rest of 2025 and 2026. Also, what's the likely impact of stable coins on silver and gold? Will they destroy precious metals or benefit them? Those are the questions I posed to Lior Gantz, an investment expert, longtime gold and silver stacker, and a frequent guest on my channel. He is the co-founder of Gold Standard Media and the creator of the Wealth Research Group. So please don't forget to hit that little thumbs up button right down there, and let's get into it. Hi, Lior. Great to see you again.
great to see you too, man.
All right, silver and gold stackers regularly hear some pretty hyped up spot price predictions online and a bunch of claims of precious metals shooting the moon soon, based on factors like retail supply and demand, or global precious metals markets, economic and geopolitical realities, tariffs. Can you give us some realistic price predictions for both silver and gold for the rest of 2025 and maybe even 2026?
How did I do so far on your interviews?
You've done well.
I told you that gold will hit an all-time high this year.
You did.
And I told you that silver will end up being between 37 and 42.
Yes, you did.
And we're right in literally we're at 38 and it touched 39. I think that gold and silver have peaked for 2025. And that's because if you look at the Fed probabilities for rate cuts, we already have two priced in. And that's exactly what the markets wanted to hear. There's no reason for gold and silver to continue bidding up. The dollar is extremely oversold, shorted, and near term, so between August and December, I don't see much catalyst for either of them to continue to go up because all the bad news for the dollar is priced in. So for me, 2026 is where I'm looking at for the next catalyst for both gold and silver, and they will come. I think that after these two rate cuts, you will still see a Fed funds rate that's above the 2%, and you'll continue to see inflation that's running at the 2.5 to 3%. And I think you'll see a lot more pressure on foreign countries continuing to either sell treasuries or not buy any new treasuries. And between that and needing to finance or refinance $12 trillion, which is a third of the national debt that Yellen left Besant with, I think that the trend continues to be that both the administration and the free markets are moving towards a weaker dollar world. Now, it's a weaker dollar, but it's not a weak dollar at all, because the dollar is very overvalued right now. With it being 60% of global transactions, it's basically it's part of this old, not old. It's part of the 1993 Clinton era till Biden administration era fantasy world of American clowns running the White House. Effectively, that world has ended on November 5th, 2024. And in the world that we live in now, China is a real threat to the United States, not just militarily, but in many other respects. This is unconventional war, and I think that the dollar, from being 60% of global transactions, will probably come back towards the relative size of the U.S. economy, which right now it's about a quarter of the world. But with all the productivity and AI and reshoring, industrialization, and the golden age that's coming in, the nation of builders that's coming in 2026, I think, and beyond, I think the U.S. will end up having an economy that's about three-tenths to one-third of the world's GDP by 2035. And because of that, I think that that means that global demand for the dollars is about the half. So if that happens
Wow.
from 60 to 30 or 33, that means that you have a weaker and more competitive dollar.
So to get back to gold and silver for a moment, you're saying
Yes,
trading
I'm sorry.
sideways.
You're right.
That's okay. Trading sideways for the rest of 2025 and with
Yes,
some upside potential in 2026 going forward.
yes. I think for me, in 2026, silver continues to outperform gold. And silver between 2026 and 2027, silver goes above the nominal all-time high of 50. From today's price of 38, it's probably going to go up about 250% by the end of the cycle. So it's going to touch triple digits. For gold, I think that you're from here, from the 3,400, you're probably going to see it. It's not going to double until the end of the cycle. I think it's probably going to go towards the 5,000 and the 50 to 1 ratio with silver by the end of the decade. So that's what I expect for this cycle. And the reason I say cycle is because if you look at cycles in the American economy, they have a lot to do with the working class demographics. And in 2029, the working class demographics change, and that's usually when there's changes in the cycle for gold and silver.
Are we headed into a recession in the United States?
No, not at all. You were in a recession for 30 years. How many recessions do you want? You as an This is how America looked like for the last 30 years. You were inside underwater looking at the abyss. In November 4th, just your eyes have gone halfway above water. You're seeing that there's a sky. You're like, okay, which is it? Which is it? Which is it? So Americans are confused. Their nostrils are barely gaining air for the first time in 30 years, and you're asking me about putting your head back in. You are going back to what you really are, which is the greatest ever construct of people um, uh, under under a formation that works.
Mm.
And I think that the world of currencies, fintech, and government money is is gonna go away in the next 50 to 70 years. Most of government money will people will talk about it as a thing of the past. Stable coins, which are on the blockchain, are effectively liberating the individual into forming his own sound financial system. Each person effectively with his stablecoin wallet on either his smartphone or his bank account or both, depending on which nation he lives in, will be able to enjoy either a fully backed stablecoin by the dollar, if that's what he chooses, or a fully backed stablecoin backed by gold and silver. And if you tell the average worker that's just starting to work in 54 African nations or in the Latin Americans or in most parts of India that their savings can be backed by a stablecoin by the mighty United States government or by gold and silver, man, they would kiss the earth that you walk on.
Let's say, for sake of argument, that is the case. Stablecoins backed by real physical gold and silver. What would that do to the price of silver and gold?
Well, silver is not monetized by any government. No central bank holds it, etc. So if you bring it back, in like the will of the people, just hey, pay me in a fraction of silver, that automatically raises the demand. And then you can think about miners issuing their stable coins on their reserves in the ground. It's not even mined. It's just proven reserves. You can have stable coins backed by proven reserves. You can monetize so many things on the blockchain that are unmonetizable today by the current banking system. So we are entering an age of prosperity. It's very important to understand that between AI and blockchain and so many other advancements that are happening right now in longevity. Um, this is really the best ever time to be alive, no doubt. And um, I think that you're going to see that. You'll have to see that because you're a realist. You won't, you can't close your eyes and believe it. So you have to stay around and see it.
I am hopeful, and I see some of the things you're talking about. Very, very skeptical sometimes, but also very hopeful. And I appreciate all the great insights that you gave us for this time. Thank you for coming on my channel again, Lior.
Absolutely. And if you still like me after everything you heard, then you can read more of what I have to say on wealthresearchgroup.com, which is a free newsletter that's been running for 9 years now. So
That's a great resource. I really love it. And I will put that link in the description below. So thanks again, Lior. I appreciate it.
thank you.